Okay, Paul, let's first of all talk about Eastwood Town, a friendly on Wednesday night, a good 4-0 win.
Yeah, it was good, really good run out for us. It was a really competitive game. Some old players from Mansfield playing, Highstead was playing, so it was a really competitive game for us. And I think all the lads got something out of it.
You had two trialist strikers in, as we were mentioning earlier on in the week, and Ben Hutchinson got 2 and Anto Flood got 1.
Yeah, both of them, for different reasons, did well. Ben scored a couple of goals. Anton got 1, but both of them look sharp. So yeah, it's food for thought.
What's the plans? Are they going to keep with you for a couple of weeks yet?
Yeah, well, Anton's with us to Friday. Obviously, we might try to extend that and see if we can get him for another week. But Ben's with us for a couple of weeks. Just so we can run the rule over them. But both of them showed glimpses of what they can do.
We know you're finding a replacement for Paul Connor. Do you feel you've got one in either of these two?
There could be, yeah. I mean, very early days yet. We obviously we know. I go back a long way with Ben. Academy days he came through with Lyndon and people like Junior Daniel. He's played in the Premiership. He's played in the Champions League. Ben knows he needs to come here, work hard. He knows I'll help him if needs be to kickstart his career again. So, but it's early days yet. Just a couple of training sessions in one game, you can sometimes read too much into it. But both of them got off to a good start.
It's been a strange career for Ben, hasn't it? He's sort of got thrust into the limelight and top flight football very quickly, and he's now learning that there's a downside to all that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it before. It's very easy, when you're a young man to make some mistakes. And I probably think that Ben would openly admit that he's made a few mistakes. But I've had a few really good chats with the lad, and he's just turned 24 now, which is amazing because with the clubs he's had and the moves he's had, you're probably looking at judging him around the sort of 30-31 mark. But he's got enough ability and. He's a good enough player to really kickstart his career now and to get back to where he wants to play. To do that, he's got to graft now. He's got to sit, listen and learn. And he's got to restart his career. Now, if I can help him and if he can help us, help him, then brilliant.
Flood, he's a completely different type of striker, really, isn't he?
Yeah, he came in last night and absolutely worked his socks off. Deserved his goal, with his running and his endeavour during the game. And he's got a good reputation over in Ireland. So it was a good run out for them both. But like I say, I mean, the two lads up front did well, but there's some good performances all round.
On to Saturday now, the FA Trophy. How seriously are you taking this competition?
Deadly serious. It's a cup competition. It's a football match more than anything. We go into friendlies wanting to win them. So we go into Saturday with we'll play the strongest side available, and we want to win it.
Are you tempted to tinker a little bit, change a few things, see some players that probably you've not seen so far this season?
No, not really, if I'm honest. I mean, my hand could be forced with it, but, and this is why the game last night was so important, because, we had one or two that were struggling with a bit of illness on Tuesday night. So we're going to have to assess them today. But I want to play the strongest side available to me. We've got a week's rest after that if we win or lose. And, we build into a very important Christmas period. So, I couldn't do that. I couldn't go to a game. If we win, lose or draw, it'll be because the strongest side I have available, has either won, lost or drawn, not because I've played about with it and tinkered. So no, we want to take it deadly serious.
And what about Droylsden? I'm sure they're a side that you've come up against a few times before.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I go back quite a way with Dave, who's the manager stroke chairman there. It's going to be a very tough game. I mean, Dave's got a great reputation of giant killing, which is the frightening part. He's had over the last sort of 3-4 years, he's had some great runs in the FA Cup. It's a hard place to go, and but like I say, we've got to earn the right to go there and get a result. And that's what I'll be expecting of the lads. Anybody that thinks they want to take the foot off the pedal, if you looked at now, the little bit of quality in the squad now. People will find themselves out and sitting in the stands over the Christmas period. So no, we want to take this game deadly serious. It's a football match more than anything. And, I don't believe in turning up for any competitive sort of sport or anything. It's competition, and the boys have got to understand that this isn't going to be a run-of-the-mill, walkover. This will be going to be a really tough game on Saturday, and if our mindset's not right, we'll get our backsides kicked.
You mentioned the illness. Is that the only main worries and concerns with the squad at the moment?
Yeah, there's a few little bumps and bruises. There was nothing, there was no real serious injuries after Tuesday. But like I say, there was a bit of illness in the camp. Aman Verma missed it through the same sort of bug that, and one or two were playing with, and felt, under the weather. Now, credit's got to be given to the lads because, you look at the greater scheme of things. The lads on a freezing cold night went out, and some of the lads that didn't feel 100% just put themselves through it, which is a positive thing. But obviously we've got to make sure that everybody's, if people have took a turn for the worse, that they're not forced into something, and we don't pay the price for fielding people that aren't 100% fit.
Thank you.
So from Tuesday night, the people that were ill, then we're looking at Tomo and Greeny.
Tomo and Greeny, those are the two. But obviously, we sat on the bus for an hour and a half together. There's no worse a place than if little bugs are flying around from people coughing. What we did realise, there was a lot of coughs and grunts and groans, and there was people had sort of approached Ian afterwards and complained of aches and pains. Just whether it was general tiredness, whether it was a little bit of viral. But like I say, a man from the Saturday game, second half of the Saturday game, he sort of, I was speaking to him afterwards, he said, look, I feel awful, headaches, shivers. Everyone's going to have it, I think, this time of year. I mean, the majority of our squad, I think, have had the flu jab. But
is he back in today? A man.
He should be, yeah. He should be back in today. I haven't had a phone call to say, that he isn't. But I said that 24, 40 hours rest can sometimes do the world of good. But this is what you need a squad for. And it's. I thought there were some good performances against Eastwood on Wednesday night.
Who got the other goal?
I think they put it down as an own goal, didn't you?
Yeah. Two. Oh, it was one tip. Briscoe smacked it across, and the lad just banged it. A good finish, to be fair.
Sign him up.
It was some good performances. So if people aren't on the game, then or injured, ill, we've got people. That's why these behind closed doors games are so important. You can train all you want. We can run lads. We can make sure the physical fitness is good, but match fitness and sharpness is you don't get that. And then you can play teams. We can play some league clubs, and you don't see the ball for 89 minutes. It's a different kind of fitness to when you've got it and stuff like that. So yeah, it was good competitive non-league fixtures, I call it. Where it was quick, it was fast. It was there had a bit of a tempo to it. It was a really good game for us. And like I say, it was we got something out of it.
Okay then, Adam, back to the FA Trophy. It doesn't seem like 7 months, does it, since we were at Wembley?
No, it's gone quick, to be fair. Obviously the last time we were in this competition we were in a good place, so we're looking to kind of go well again, and hopefully at the end of it we'd like to end up where we did last season.
Does it make you more determined, the fact that it was a defeat at Wembley last year, that this year you can go one better?
Obviously you'd like to go one better, that'd be amazing, but again, it's another football game that we want to win. We've got a chance to progress, and the carrot at the end of it is obviously Wembley, so it's another good chance for us.
The result at Wembley wasn't the best, but when you look back at the day and the build-up to it, that's what you're in football for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. They're the kind of moments that you wish for in your career. I think if you look at kind of the circumstances last season, the fact that we actually got to Wembley was a minor miracle. So to get there was fantastic, and obviously to get there again would be brilliant, but it's a long way off yet. Yeah,
it's Droylsden first up, an away game at a blue square north side, always tricky.
Yeah, I don't think they come any trickier. What I've heard, they're a good team, they try and play football the right way, so it's going to be a tough one for us, but we're prepared, and we're going into it with confidence.
Well, you can't go into it with really much better away form as well.
Well, we could have won every away game, but it's been good. It's been good. I think our away form's one of our strong points this season, and it's just like on the overall thing of it, just turning them draws into a few wins now.
But looking back again, the FA Trophy, you can use this, can't you, if you get a good run? It was strange last year in a way, but if you get a good run, it can help you in the league, can't it?
Well, if you're winning games, it breeds confidence in whatever competition. So if we can get a good run in this, then hopefully it'll rub off on our league form as well.
Coming up to the end of the year, it's a time for reflection. 2011, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been decent. I think football-wise, it's been up and down. There's been some high points, but at the same time, there's been some strange points. But I think we're finally coming through a period at the football club now where things are starting to settle down and we're turning a corner.
Talking about high points, I suppose it would be Wembley and signing a new contract here.
Yeah, definitely. I think since I've come back here, I think it must have took me a good, if I'm honest with myself, it took me a good 4 or 5 months to get back to kind of my match fitness. But since then, I've been happy with my performances. So yeah, it's been a good time for me coming back.
And you've been talking about the fans, you've been vocal about them. They seem to have heeded your call and have been better. Drums have appeared, they're getting into the Quarry Lane end now, making a lot of noise. On the travels brilliant as always.
Definitely, I was actually thinking about it on the way in, to be honest with you. I think it's a two-way thing. When we don't perform, we get stick, and from my point of view, that's why I said what I said. But to be fair to him, you've got to give him credit, and the last 3 games have been absolutely fantastic, and I think they've seen that it makes a difference, and now we've got the majority absolutely just running over the minority, and that's the way it needs to be for the rest of the season, because it's like football is, it's not going to be we're not going to go and win every game, so when we do have sticky patches, we need them next to us.
Are you pleased that you said what you said at that time?
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you know, I'm someone that if I believe in something, I'll say it. I'm not going to come on here or go in the paper and talk rubbish. I don't think that's the right way to go about things. I'm honest, and if people don't like it, then that's their problem.
On to 2012, what are you wanting in 2012?
Promotion. That's it, bottom line. I think we've got what it takes. I really do believe in this team, and I believe this management's got everything on board that you need to get promotion. Now we've just got to, like I say, turn them kind of few draws into wins and start picking a few more points up.
Thank you.
Muzzer, in terms of the league, you're at the halfway point. The manager said, he wants 40 points at the halfway point. Do you think that's, kind of a good total to be at, and where you should be, where you'd have thought you might be at the start of the season?
Yeah, I think I really do believe we're in a strong position at the minute. I think we've turned a corner, and we're looking strong now. We've kind of had a period where we weren't performing well, but we were still nicking points. And I think where we are now, if we can come through this Christmas period, still performing well and picking up points, and it puts us in a great position to kind of go for the second half of the season.
Okay, then Ross, so the FA Trophy on Saturday, how do you feel about that as a competition?
Yeah, I've not had much experience in it really. The only time I went a decent way in it was with Hensford a few years back. I can't remember if it was like quarterfinals or something, and we got knocked out to Forest Green. But yeah, it should be good for us. I mean, hopefully we can do similar things to what Mansfield did last year, and it'd be a good experience for all of us, I think.
It's an interesting competition, isn't it? I suppose you could equate it like the Johnston Paints Trophy. In the early rounds, clubs don't seem bothered, but as soon as the sniff of Wembley comes along, it starts getting serious.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like you said, if you've got the chance to get to Wembley in any competition, I think the players would want to get there. So yeah, it'd be a good competition for us to go and win, I think.
Droylsden, though, they'll be a tough cookie to break, I think.
Yeah, I've played there before. It's a tough place to go. They're not doing bad this season either. So, like you said, it's still going to be a tough away trip, that is. And we can't take it lightly going there. So, hopefully we can just go and get a result and progress.
Going into the game, though, in decent form?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I think it's about 6 unbeaten, I think. A few of those are draws, though. But, yeah, I think we've picked up recently. And we've got back to our old selves, where we're hard to beat and we break on teams quite well, and we're looking a strong side again.
There's been a section of support that has been laying into you a little bit, and I'm sure you're aware of it as a player. How do you respond to things like that? I suppose you just do it on the pitch, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you hope to do. Obviously, yeah, I've got a little bit of stick and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me. Everyone's got their own opinions, haven't they? But hopefully I can show them what I'm made of, and hopefully turn their opinions around, really. I mean, the fans have been really, really good for us the last few home games since the lads have moved behind the goal. The atmosphere has been class, and I think it's shown in our performance, really. I think people have been a lot more confident on the ball and stuff. So hopefully, yeah, I can just show them what I'm made of.